Hello, 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 kitchenettes, kitchen littles, and kitchen nuggets. Welcome, welcome to Bear Bones Kitchen. I am your culinary coach, Harmony. I did not do a very good job of setting up today. I just didn't. I didn't do a good job. So, please excuse me while I gather the rest of my shiznit here. Because I really sucked at it tonight. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Whoops, my bad. All right, so welcome. Cheers, y'all. I am drinking vanilla rum with some, what is it, some sort of mandarin liquor and fuzzy water. That's what I'm drinking. Yep. Cheers. Cheers, you guys. All right, and gals, and people, and all the things. I don't know. I don't know. All right, so tonight, guys, we are making tabbouleh, and tabbouleh is a Mediterranean dish. You can spell it a couple different ways. That's why I put it up there. We're gonna start with some tomatoes. I bought these last week, you guys, so yeah. They're a little ripe. But I'm still going to use them because they're still delicious and there's nothing wrong with them. We're going to semi-concasse these tomatoes, and concasse is basically we're getting rid of the seeds and we're getting rid of the skin. But I'm not going to get rid of the skin because I'm not going to make a whole theatrical presentation of that. How about that? All right. So this is what I did is I cut off the little top here, and I'm just going to kind of squeeze out the seeds a little bit. Maybe if they want to come out. If they want to come out and play, that's what I'm doing. Just squeezing them out a little bit. All right, I'm going to help them because they're not coming out very easily. All right, so tabbouleh, let me get back on track. Let me get back on track. Tabbouleh is a Mediterranean type salad, and I have definitely done Jesus, I just totally lost it. Hummus. I have definitely done hummus on the show. I will look for the video and repost it. But I've definitely done hummus, and it is delicious with hummus. It's very Mediterranean, very light, very refreshing. The only thing I'm sad about is I totally forgot to get mint. But I have parsley. So parsley you guys are probably very familiar with as far as going into a restaurant and they always put something green on your plate. Well, parsley apparently is one of those things that will give you fresh breath. So eat that shit. Eat that shit when you're done. But it's also really good in this. All right, so I've gotten all of the seeds out of the tomatoes that I have here. The little tomatoes, yep, all of the seeds out. We're getting her done here. All right, now I have a cucumber. And my friend Brenda, her mom is Thai, so when you cut the end off, you gotta rub it to make sure you get all the bitter out. It's this weird habit I have now, and I just do it, because otherwise I hear Brenda's mom in my head. Harmony, what are you doing? Gotta get the bitter out of it, see? But tabbouleh, back to my original thought. Tabbouleh is a very light and refreshing salad type, side dish type thing. You use bulgur, which bulgur is a whole grain. So if you're gluten-free, don't make this because this is not your jam. I promise you that. It is a whole cracked grain, and you can find it, I believe. Okay, here's the deal, guys. Here's the deal. The dealio. I usually I go to the stores that have the bulk section to find bulgur, because I would rather just buy it by the pound instead of having this random bag of stuff in my cupboard that I'm probably going to eat once or twice a year situation. Bulgur is one of those things. So as much as I love it, I'm the only one in my house that eats it. So I don't buy big bags of it. Like, I have a 5-pound freaking bag of rice in my cupboard right now because Zane will eat rice. He probably will not eat this. That is my guess anyways. So I usually buy it in the bulk section because it's just a lot easier and a lot less wasteful. But I think you can find it. I feel like I've seen it in the rice aisle. I would check the top shelf, and it is bulgur, just like it sounds, B-U-L-G-U-R-A-R-U-R, whatever. Bulgur. Just do that. All right, so I've got my cucumber all peeled. I'm just going to cut it down the middle here. And I'm going to seed it. I'm going to take care of those seeds. How are you all tonight anyways? So excited for Kitchenette Chad. Y'all know Chad. Well, those of you that have been watching for a while, you know Chad. He is off to Georgia in the morning. He's going to go watch his son graduate from boot camp. So safe travels to you, Chad. Got to see Chad today. It was nice. I haven't seen Chad in a while. We work opposite schedules, so that's why I don't get to see him very much. Makes me sad. Makes me sad. I also got to see Kitchenette Vanessa and Will. They were hanging out doing some yard work in this lovely PNW weather. Is it sad that we all here in the Pacific Northwest are like, oh my God, it's 50 degrees, we got to get outside. Yeah, that's the sadness of our state right now. Okay, so let me show you this really quickly before I get too wound up. So this is bulgur, and again, I always buy it in a bag. It's a pretty intense grain. I don't know if everybody can see that there. It's pretty thick. It's pretty chunky. I don't know. See? And I'm doing the soak method. So basically, I'm doing a 2-to-1 ratio. So for every 1 cup of bulgur, I am doing 2 cups of liquid. So I literally made 1 cup. I brought my water to a boil, I dumped my bulgur in there, and I set it on the back because I'm just letting it do its thing. It has to sit there for at least 30 minutes, you guys, so just be aware. That's why I did it early, because I wanted to explain the situation and not make you guys wait for 30 minutes. So, yeah, that's where we're at. So Chad is off. I'm actually going to put this in here now. Let me find a good spoon here. We're going to do this one. All right. So that you can see it all cooked up. I would totally show you some above this, but that's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. More like rice or more like quinoa? Well, it's kind of like a hybrid, Nick, of the two. So it's kind of like quinoa and kind of like rice, but it is not gluten-free. So I would say your next best thing, if you can't find bulgur, would probably be quinoa. When I'm making this, I specifically am searching for bulgur, which is why I will go to a place that I know has the bins, because I don't want a huge bag of this just hanging out in my house. And it kind of fluffs up like rice, see? But again, not gluten-free. Rice, gluten-free. This, not gluten-free. Super refreshing, though. So I'm just going to take my 1 cucumber I have here, and I'm just going to go and slice it up and dice it up and make it small little dices. The only thing I didn't actually get, because I totally forgot about it, was mint. So if you have some mint, you can totally throw that in here, and it will be delicious and refreshing. There's a lot of mint in Mediterranean cooking. It's kind of rad, because you just think of mint as something sweet, and in fact, it does not have to be. How was your trip, Nick? Did you have such a good time? Nick went to Vegas last week for a work thing, so she wasn't there for pleasure. Nicolada. We had so much fun doing that show on Saturday. So I just have like a small dice of the cucumbers. This might be way too much, but here's the deal, I don't care. I'm the only one eating it, so it doesn't matter. It was exhausting. You poor thing. Only because it was work stuff, huh? That's why it was exhausting. And we're going to small dice our semi-concassé tomatoes. Again, a concassé is actually skin off, seeds out. I am not doing skin off because I'm not going to get that crazy with it. And I don't mind the skins. I don't mind them. I made Zeno some hearts over here, so if you guys are seeing my pan over here, that's what he had, some chicken hearts. What up, Junior? Conference went well. Very nice. And you got to see your mentor, or the person that you just love to see. It's so nice to have people like that in your world. I love that. The people that you get excited to be around because their energy is so amazing. Well, apparently my knife is really sucking right now. Or these tomatoes are just super ripe, which is probably more the case, honestly. Didn't get to play much at all. Well, that's a bummer. My friends Serena and Elena are on their way moving to Louisiana, and they are in Las Vegas. And Serena says, the bad part about it, the free drinks. And I'm like, man, I always forget about the free drinks because I'm so impatient. Like, I don't want to wait for that damn waitress for a freaking half an hour to come back and give me my free drink. I always forget that casinos in Vegas are like free drinks if you're playing. It throws me off a little bit because I'm so inclined to what we got going on here, where you pay for everything except the coffee and pop. All right, we're almost there, you guys. We're almost there, I promise. Just one more little couple chunks of tomato. We'll get moving with the rest of this. Except I should have probably cut up my parsley some. Alright. So we got tomato in here, we got whole cucumber, couple tomatoes. One of them was a little on the overside, but it's okay. It's fine. I got some parsley. I have the super curly parsley. Use whatever parsley you want. If you want to use the flat parsley, use the flat parsley. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. Heard that before, huh? We miss you. I hope your new job is going well, Ron. I'm just gonna go through my parsley really quick and get some of these flowers off, and then I'm going to go into it a little more in depth and get it all crazy. That's like the whole thing, you guys. The whole thing right there. And we go in at a couple different angles. Okay, let me move this here. Let me move these chicken hearts. Let me move this. And we're going to go slide this over here. Maybe. Ah, there we go. Now maybe you can see what I'm doing, right? My whole board here with all my stuff. So I just chopped off the little tops of the herbs, and then I'm just going in a couple different ways. We're going to break it down a little bit. Probably not the best surface for me to be trying to cut on. Just keep scooping it in, and you just got to go back and forth several different ways. This particular salad, for lack of a better term, is laden with parsley. So you want a lot of parsley. It makes it that much better. And if you have the mint, throw in the mint because it's going to give it a little bit of a, what is that? A little bit more of a refreshing taste to it. I feel like I would never have cut parsley again after culinary school because our chef made us cut so much freaking parsley. And it's not just like chunks like this. It was like literally all the way down to nothing. And when you thought you were done, you had to keep going. Because that's the way it was. Because you just want to break it down. Don't put it in your food processor though, you guys, because it bruises it. Makes it all mushy and disgusting. So don't think about breaking out that food processor. Hello, Min. How are you? I got 3 of my favorite people on here tonight. Hey, Ron, happy early birthday, my friend. Nick, happy early birthday, my friend. We all got the birthdays coming up, too. Well, Min already had hers last month. I'm not satisfied with that. There's still too many big chunks in there. Trying to navigate around this spoon and this wobbly surface. So, excuse me. Thanks, Nick. Thanks, Ron. We had Zane's 16th birthday. Disgusting. Makes me disgusted. My youngest is now 16. It makes me disgusted and so happy at the same time, you guys. I'm not even kidding. I've been a mama all my life. She is older than us. But am I the baby? Is that it? Because I do have the last birthday. That was the lamest part about everybody else turning 21 before me. Yes, let's get together. Let's do it. 2 more years and I am free. I am so excited and kind of nervous because I don't even know what to do with myself. Like, what do you do with yourself when you've been a parent? Like, what feels like your entire life? Zane actually asked me one day, Mom, what would you do if you were never a parent? I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know. I don't know what I would do. Probably be in Italy right now. I know, time does fly. He is 16. And now he's learning how to drive. I've been letting him drive down to the garbage can on Sundays for the last 2 weeks. It's so funny because he's like, last weekend he was like, wait a minute. Where are you going? And I go, I'm getting in the passenger seat when we were all done. And he's like, last time you only let me drive down here. Like, I think you're good this time. I think you can drive back up to the house. And of course, I'm thinking, we're going like 3 miles an hour all the way up here because he's absolutely freaking terrified. And we go to park in the spot, and he's like, I'm not parking in your spot, Mama. I go, I know, because I always back into my parking spot. I go, I know, just pull up and I'll do it. And so he starts like pulling up. There's this little section next to my apartment that's kind of open for the fire department or whatever, and he starts pulling up to it, and I'm like, okay, stop, like, slow down, stop, and he freaking slams on the brakes, and I go, boink! I was like, holy shit, we're literally going like 3 miles an hour, 2 miles an hour, 1 mile an hour, and you want to put me through the damn freaking windshield, kid. He's like, I'm sorry, the brakes are so touchy. I said, it's all right. It's all right. It's not my first rodeo. Not the first person I've taught how to drive. All right. I think we are good on this. I'm going to grab my little scraper. So I really just wanted like a super fine, pretty fine. There's still some in there that are big, but that's okay. We're doing the whole batch. Better than hitting the gas instead. Yeah, true story. True story. Oh, yes, Vegas for free drinks. I always forget, and I end up paying freaking $9 for a beer, and it pisses me off. All right. So now we've got deliciousness here. You could totally throw some green onions in there if you wanted to. We're just making it look pretty. I'm going to add a little bit of lemon juice. If you have fresh lemons, that's great too. I'm just going to splash some of this because I don't really have a measurement for it. It's always going to be to taste because some people have different taste buds. I'm going to throw in a little bit of olive oil. So we're basically making a vinaigrette right on top of this bulgur to create the tabbouleh. And I don't have any red wine vinegar, but I have some rice wine vinegar, so I'm using that. I don't know, maybe a tablespoon and a half or so, somewhere in there. I don't know. I don't know. We're just guessing here. That's all we're doing. Just guessing. And again, this makes a super light, refreshing salad, side dish. I love pairing this with hummus and doing like Nick, like we did before you left for Vegas, with the pita bread and the hummus. This is an awesome addition to that. And it really is, honestly, you guys, all about the parsley. Like, the bulgur is second rate to the parsley. It's so funny. See, look at how pretty that is. Look how pretty that is. What do we got? Oh, next time I dress up like a crash test dummy. Yeah, sure. I would be the damn dummy, too, wouldn't I? Wouldn't I? Letting a 16-year-old kid drive my car. I'll get there eventually. Eventually. He'll get there, too. He also decided he wants to join the Navy, so... All right. If that's what you want to do. I'm going to make him do a running start program first, though. Make him get there. So when you guys are tasting this, just make sure it tastes good. If it needs a little bit more oil, you're going to know it because it's going to be dry. If it needs a little bit more lemon juice, you're going to know it because it's not going to have enough tang. Not going to have enough tang. And if you need more vinegar, you're going to know it because it's not going to, again, have enough tang. So you can intermix the lemon juice, the vinegar. Your red wine vinegar is going to be slightly more sweet. This rice vinegar it's pretty all right. I don't know that I would recommend using like a white vinegar or an apple cider vinegar because it just may kind of throw everything off. But you could try it. You could try it. Of course, I used to do this in culinary school a lot, and we had everything. We had all the things. So it was easy to do because we had all the things at our disposal, right? And when you get out of culinary school and you realize you have to buy all these ingredients yourself, you're like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. So this is just something I happen to have in my refrigerator. So let's just do what we've got. If you just have apple cider vinegar, give it a little shot. Try a little bit of lemon juice. Add a little bit more oil. You're going to know the texture that tastes right, that feels good. And that's what I got for you. So we just did some tabbouleh. Again, pair it up with your favorite hummus or make your favorite hummus. Do some pita chips. Make a wrap out of this. This would be really good in a wrap if that's your jam. Other than that, that's what I got, you guys. One of those meal deal things you're always talking about, Albertsons. Oh my gosh, Nick, you're going to have to tell me what you do with it. The 4 for $20, that's perfect for you and Eric because, like, they're just little small guys. Just little small guys, and you can just do what you need to do. You just got to do what you need to do with it. Yes, this would make an excellent wrap. Especially if you're doing, like, the little wrap with the hummus and the tabbouleh, and then maybe if you feel like you need to do some chicken or some gyro meat or something like that, a little bit of shaved ham, you know, whatever you're going to do. This is a great addition, and it's super good for you. As long as you're not like gluten-free. If you're like a gluten-free person, this is not your jam. I can promise you that. But that's what I have, guys. We do have Suck It Up Saturday this weekend. Shocker. Do I know what I'm going to make? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Don't know what I'm going to make. It is going to be the day after St. Patrick's Day, though. And so maybe I'll just come up with something. I don't, you know, it's always just fly by the seat of my pants, because that's how I roll. That's how I do it. I appreciate you all. Y'all keep showing up. So do I. Thank you for coming in. And I will get videos uploaded. I did not do that the other day because my computer was like almost dead when I opened it. So I was like, shit, now it's going to take like 8 hours freaking charge this stupid thing. And I'm just going to have to wait. So I will do it. We're on Wednesday. I will do it tomorrow. I promise you all I will do it tomorrow. So if you are not caught up on YouTube videos or you've missed something, remember, all of the Facebook videos go away after 30 days, and I will just shoo them on over to YouTube. So make sure you're subscribed. I would love to reach 300 subscribers by next Wednesday. I don't know that that's possible. I've got like 179 right now. But it's been amazing. I appreciate you all. Thank you for showing up. And I will see you on Suck It Up Saturday.